Gavin Newsom and Nick Shirley are having a little farce. Nick Shirley is exposing billions of dollars of fraud to help America eliminate waste, while Gavin Newsom is on a full-time mission to stop him. Why would Gavin Newsom support stopping the fraud in his state instead of putting out propaganda to silence an American journalist? And yeah, this is Gavin Newsom's post. He posted this about Nick Shirley. Hey, can I see your kids? You know, some creepy guy with AI generated camera all over him, you know, being a creep, right? And then Nick Shirley replied, "You do realize I'm trying to help America eliminate fraud and waste, right? No need to try and make me look like the bad guy for exposing fraud. People are over it. Start working for the people and not against them." And yeah, it's obvious what side Gavin Newsom stands on, right? When you're fucking with his votes, he will try to manipulate his audience into thinking that you're the bad guy. And let's look at Gavin Newsom's Twitter, where he just talks about why Donald Trump is bad. Donald Trump is why TSA is shut down. For so many years, people have been saying that Patrick Bateman and I look alike. Now this picture has been going all over the place. No, Patrick Bateman is, he cares about his ideals. He's a badass. You are a lying snake. Let's take a look at this. Not sure Congo agree who Patrick Bateman is, but I don't think comparing yourself to Patrick Bateman is a flex you think it is. Patrick Bateman is a wealthy, materialistic, and psychopathic protagonist of Bret Easton Ellis's novel American Psycho, who leads a double life as a Wall Street investment banker and a sadistic serial killer, rapist, and cannibal. He is a symbol of 1980s yuppie culture, obsessed with status, appearance, and consumerism, while secretly committing horrific acts of violence, leaving his reality and veracity of his crime. Ambiguous Christian Bale famously portrayed himself in the 2000 film adaptation. Yeah, Gavin Newsom, you do fit the bill for this. It's just that you're more cowardly than him. This guy has more charm. Yeah, people... That's a good representation. Holy crap. Good gosh. Dude, man, he's just getting lit up on Twitter. Oh yeah, that's okay. Yeah, good job, Gavin. He probably like there's this whole community that people do look up to Patrick Bateman and his character from American Psycho, because that guy, he has this charm to him that everybody wants. Good looking, hedonistic, kind of a psycho. And he looks like a badass, and he looks like he is laser focused and everything. But Gavin Newsom, he's kind of seen as a rodent, a snake, a guy that likes deceiving people, but he does a bad job at deceiving people. Unlike Patrick Bateman from American Psycho, he has more charm in how he deceives his coworkers and peers into thinking that he is some kind of a hardworking genius, good-looking, suave guy. Gavin Newsom is not that at all. It's just like he tries to be suave. It's just that it's very easy to tell that he is lying. He doesn't have that charm. He doesn't have that charisma, which is why people hate him so much, right? He's a good-looking guy like back then, right? But he looks nothing like Patrick Bateman in his current age. he looks nothing like him. I don't think he's that bad looking, but he's definitely, you cannot compare him to Patrick Bateman, okay? But damn. Oh yeah, he also has a podcast too, by the way. Let me pull it up.
Is that they targeted me because they had been after me.
This is Gavin Newsom and Don Lemon. This is his most recent episode. He made one with Don Lemon. I'll watch the whole thing. I'm not going to bore you with the whole debacle. It's just the whole time talking about the backstory of Don Lemon. And you can see why he got fired. It's because he's boring. He is painfully boring. Like Don Lemon, he thought that after getting fired from CNN, he can go pursue his own journalism. However, when he did try doing journalism on his own accord, not only did he do a bad, like not only does he suck, right? No gay pun intended, but he got himself into legal trouble. He was essentially conducting false imprisonment. He joined a group of people to like a group of hardcore liberal left-wing people to raid a church, block off the exit, and threaten and terrorize children. That is what he and his group did, and he perceives himself as a martyr. He thinks that he's doing the world a great service by terrorizing children. Look, if you have ideologies, cool, we can talk about it. But when you're terrorizing my kid, I'm gonna practice the Second Amendment. Terrorize and threaten my kid, I would knock his gay ass out. Well, he wasn't doing the terrorizing. There was like other people that was doing it. He was just walking around and talking about how his group of people are doing a heroic deed by trapping a bunch of Christian churchgoers inside a building and terrorizing their children. That's just like he's just like, you know, like yapping in the background. He's not really doing much. Kind of like me right now. But yeah, this guy is boring. He's super boring. He doesn't have a unique personality, right? You look at YouTubers, for example, that burn peanut, he has character, he has personality. Asmongold, he has character, he has personality as being a brutes, or like a characteristically brute guy, and a skinny, scrawny, virgin-looking guy. He's not a virgin, but then I'm just saying he looks like that, and it really fits like the hillbilly look, right? But he's a smart hillbilly, as strange as it sounds. You know, like all these people, they have like unique personality, and Don Lemon thought he was one of those special snowflakes, but then he's just a really boring, pussyfooting, eggshell walking homosexual.
I couldn't take a job in cable unless I just wanted to lose all my money, but or get one or two times. And once it was a long conversation. They were in Paris, he and his mom. His mom was sitting at the table, and as we were talking, it was a nice conversation. And then,
I mean, you can hear the way he talks,
I
right?
decided that I wanted to wait. I knew that Elon was kind of an erratic person. Like, erratic. I don't mean that in a derogatory way, but you know, right?
And look at Gavin Newsom.
And so I said,
do you get
going to hire this woman?
Do you get Patrick Bateman vibes from him?
And who had
to run their new platform?
Does he have
to
Patrick
run their
Bateman
new platform?
aura?
And I said, I'll wait till, you know, another adult.
He tried to compare himself to Patrick Bateman. Like the only thing he can compare himself to Patrick Bateman is how he's a psycho. This guy is a psycho. He wants power. He enjoys hedonism. Right? He goes to parties during the pandemic while he tells people to stay inside. This guy's a snake.
The conversations picked back up.
And look at the way that Don Lemon talks.
Me to do it.
Look at the way he carry himself. It's boring. That's not a personality. That's just a normal person.
Agreement that I would.
It fits the bill of a boring OnlyFans subscribers. That's how OnlyFans subscribers are. They're just these very boring old guys that wish they had someone hot and attractive. They want an exciting life, but they can't because they're boring, kind of like Don Lemon, which is why he got fired from CNN. This guy was just getting bad rep from the whole entire community because he just doesn't have that aura.
Have complete editorial.
Right, Donald Trump has aura.
I have to at some points criticize.
Gavin Newsom doesn't have aura. He's a psychopath.
The owner of that platform, and she said, "Yes, that's great. We love
Look at
it.
that.
That's
the
what
fake
he wants.
smile.
That's what we want." And then, the first interview.
Elon Musk, for those that don't know, you sat down and you interviewed your boss, Elon Musk, and that was a hell of an interview. I mean, you came in, what'd you, let me ask
you. A hell of an interview. I do not remember that Don Lemon had an interview with Elon Musk. It must be super unimportant. But, all in all, right?
What'd you make of the interview?
Good thing the internet exists. Because people that are hard stuck on cable TV, they watch these things and they totally think that Gavin Newsom's a great guy because they're watching MSN, and they're watching. They're probably going to change their mind if you watch CBS, but then MSN, CNN, people that watch those news are like going to be pro Gavin Newsom, right? But then like people on the internet, they're totally against like this whole left wing ideology. Because, well, on internet news, you'll be force fed news from both spectrums, and then over time you can kind of see the bullshit and how it's executed. But all in all, I mean, hey, this is Gavin Newsom's podcast. Go check it out. Personally, I am I'm not subscribed to him, but I do watch the podcast just because I want to see. It's like masturbation for me because I like catching him on his lies. That's just how I'm also like subscribe. I also follow. Sorry, I follow like CNN and MSN, BC, because I just like catching people on their lies. That's just what I do on my free time. It's like my new form of social media consumption. Is that I like catching these news media on bullshitting. It's just a little hobby of mine's.